Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Hen and this is Crafting from the Boom Closet. And today we're going to make art out of junk. So I've got here old cleaning sponges. They've been through the washing machine. They're not dirty. They're just worn out. Toilet roll tubes, screws, bubble wrap, just some stuff that I found around. Bit of cardboard. Stuff I found around the house. Look, we all have bubble wrap. Everyone gets. I say we all have. Most people have bubble wrap. You're definitely going to have cleaning sponges, unless you're one of these people that doesn't for some reason. You might have a brush. Can use that. Can use brushes. I'm pretty sure we all have toilet roll holders. I've also got the tubes from tinfoil or cling film. They're a little bit smaller. There's a bits of cardboard. That's the flap off a food packet. What else have I got? An old. It was my electric card, I think, that got snapped. But it gives me a nice edge, straight edge. And we're going to just make some art with it. I've got quite a few different size screws and stuff. So I've got some paper here in front of me. I've got some brown paper bags, and I've just got some normal A4 printing paper. A4 is the English size. If you're American, letter size printing paper. The stuff that goes in the printer, just cheap stuff. You can do this on anything. And what am I using to create this art? And I'm pretty sure most people have these old tins of paint. Sorry, I can't. I'm a bit close up, but you can say it's an old tin of paint sitting in your shed, under your stairs, in the garage. We all have tins of paint, and as you can see, I've put a little bit of a few colours onto. This is just a chopping board that I've covered in greaseproof paper. So if you haven't got a tray of anything, a chopping board, plate. If you don't mind your plate getting, if you've got an old plate that you don't mind getting paint on, I mean, it will wash off. This is just emulsion paint. Some of this paint, clearly I didn't stir well enough, and I can tell. It's particularly the dark green one. But let's see what happens. Oh, I needed to find a paintbrush. I just remembered. Hang on a second. Nope, that's a twig. That could be used though. I don't know why I had a twig in my drawer, but I did. Oh, I've also found an old toothbrush. It's weird the things we have lying around, isn't it? Let's see. See, I went rummaging earlier on looking for things, and I'm finding more things as I go. Right, bear with me a second. Paintbrush. Other drawer. Okay, oops, I've got a paintbrush. I didn't really want to use this one, but it's the only one I seem to have at hand at the moment. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's have some fun. Shall we start off with just some plain paper? I've put down some magazine paper to protect my surface. Let's have a go. Right, so I think I want to build up some sort of texture. So I'm going to start with a sponge, and I think I'm actually going to use the rough side, because obviously you get different textures depending what size you use. So I've got a couple of sponges. They're two different types. This one's worn out more than the other. This one's still got a bit more of a covering on it. Oh, I said they were clean. They seem to be a bit dusty. A bit dusty. Right, okay, so let's have a go. So I'm going to start off with one of the light colours. I'm going to go into the purple, and I'm just going to dab a little paint on that. And I'm going to dab it off as well, because I don't want it too thick. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Oh, that's quite nice. Just adding some texture. We're just playing about, seeing what works and what doesn't work. Because I've got the paper underneath, I can go over the edge. So there we go. And this is a way of you creating paper that you can use for your crafting. So let's go with one of the thicker tubes. I'm just going to dip it into the brighter paint. Yeah, that works. I'm aware that you can't. Oh, there we go. The camera's going to get in my way for this one, so I can only do it where the camera's not going to get in the way. A bit more pink, a bit more paint. I suppose I can move the paper down, can't I? Well, that's an idea. There we go. Just randomly making patterns. Quite like that. Now, with these toilet roll tubes, you can shape them. And they're quite big. I probably get two different shapes out of each tube. So I'm just going to cut them in half. Right, okay. So I could leave it like that and have like a teardrop shape. Or what I can do, fold that back on itself. Like so. And we get a square. I just realised you can't see what I'm doing. So what I did is I folded it one way, then folded it back the other way, and we get a square. So let's see how that works. I'm going to go with the blue for that. And this is just toilet roll tubes. That's cool. I'm not really thinking about where I'm putting things. I'm just filling in gaps, really. Starting to make me think of 1980s, you know, retro stuff. Like I said, you can go off the edge because you've got the paper underneath to protecting it. It's looking cool. It's looking cool. Right, what else have I got? Straight line. Let's do some straight lines. So if I go with this piece of cardboard, and I'm going to go in. I'm going to go back into the pink for this one. I'm going to go just straight lines like this. That's cool. Oh, now what I could do, if I go back on them now, I'm making like X's. Obviously, whatever you... Oh, oops, I pushed it down too hard then. Whatever you're using, make sure you don't put it straight onto your surface once you've used it. Another one there, I think. It's not uniform. Doesn't need to be. I wish I had some yellow, actually, or some green. I have got green, but I've got dark green. What else can I do? I can get my screw. Just screw, take the end of the screw. And let's do that, dip it into the green. See what happens. This is the one that didn't mix very well, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. Yeah, look, it's separating. I might play around and see if I can get that to mix better. So there we go. Just a bit of play around. I mean, do we like that? I don't hate it. It's quite cool. and it could make quite nice background, can make nice collage. I can add more to it, I can keep going. I'm going to leave this one for now, and let's play around with a different piece and do something different. I'm going to get a paper bag. I think this was from Valentine's. That's how old this thing is. I'm going to get a paper bag, and let's make a paper bag, a plain brown paper bag, look pretty. So remember, I said you can shape these however you want. I'm going to shape it into flower petals, like so. Can you see it? Yes. So I'm making a flower petal. I think I need the circle. Oh, no, I said don't put it on there. So I'm going to start with a small, the circle. I'm going to go like that. I have a central circle, like so. Oh, it smudged a bit, that's fine. And then we'll get the, not very good at not putting it on the surface. Luckily, I've got a sponge to wipe it off with. So I'm going to go into, I think, the lilac with the flower petal shape. I'm just going to curve it a little bit. There we go. And we'll go around, just putting petals onto the flower. Oh, that's not going right, has it? Can I go over it again? Yeah, still not quite there, but never mind. So I'm going to go around the circle with the petals. Is this perfect art? No, it's not. Does it look cute? Maybe. Oops. There we go, we've got a flower. Now it needs some leaves. Before I do that, I'm going to try and mix this paint together a bit better. The one that seems to have separated. And do you know what I'm using? Remember I said I had a broken card? If you've got an old store card or something, that's basically what this is. It's the same as an old store card. And I'm going to make a stem. So handily, I had green on it already. There we go, there's a stem. Now I need some leaves. So I'll take cardboard tube again. This time, instead of being curvy at one end, I'm going to make them, it's pointy at both ends. Dip it into the green that I hopefully have mixed so it's not so liquidy. There we go. Cute. And if I wanted to, I could go get one of my screws. Let's go with this one. And I can put some little dots in the middle of the flower, like so. Oh, that's not quite worked. Well, it's giving it a bit of texture. So there you go. There is one flower on a paper bag. And it just looks, changing up that paper bag. And this is just stuff that, I mean, we've all got piles of old screws in a drawer somewhere. If you haven't, I don't know how. But, you know, you buy a bag of screws and you use half of them. Or you take a piece of furniture apart and you've got all the screws left. So let's put that one over to one side. Let's see what else we can make. So I can reuse the stuff I've already got paint on. I can use the other side of it. Okay, I've got a big blob of green there now. Move that out of the way. I'm going to go back to some A4 paper. And I want to do something with this bubble wrap. So I'm going to get my paintbrush. There I am. Let's go in with the lilac. And I'm going to paint onto the bubble wrap. I could dip it, but I'm just going to paint onto it. Like so. Oops. I mean, if you haven't got coloured paint emulsion, if you do it on black with white emulsion, that could look really cool. Or you might have like neutral colours. They will work as well. They won't show up as much, obviously. So I'm just going to get the bubble up, gently press it down, see what happens. That's pretty cool. And the thing is, I can keep using this piece if I want to, going around. Right, put a bit more paint on that because I think most of it has gone. Okay. Oh, got it. Why is it? Is it just me, or does everyone end up getting covered in paint when they do anything with paint? Or is it just me? It's probably just me. No, a bit. Try not to pop the bubbles. I mean, some of these are already popped. That's why we're getting the different surfaces. A bit more paint. I think this will be enough to finish it off. Cover the whole page. So I need one more up there. Oh, maybe a little bit more than one more up there. Let's move the paper over so you can see what I'm doing. Let's go across there at the bottom. Oh. Let me just do that edge. There we go. Cool. So we got sort of almost like honeycomb background. That would look really good in yellow, like a honeycomb background. So obviously I'd need to wash that off if I wanted to use it again. Alright, I'm not doing that now, so let's see what we can do. So like I said, you've got different textures. So I'm going to try the sponge, and I want to go into the pink. I just don't want to put too much on. So I'm just going to go like so. That's quite cool. Possibly more than I wanted it to be. Oops. I don't know why I'm ending up needing more. it? Hang on. There we go. Oh, I did do 4 all the way. Okay, it's not that I needed more. I did 4 at the bottom. I've spread them out. Okay, it is what it is. Then I can go in with, I don't know, let's have a look, let's think. I'll go for the green square. I quite like the green square. Was it green or blue? I think it was blue. We'll go for the blue square. And I'm just going to put it sort of at an angle, like so. It definitely has an 80s look. It's the colour palette I'm using. That's what it is. And put some along the edge there. Just, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Oops, I think just knocked the camera again, didn't I? Yeah. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're just playing about. We're just playing about. Do I want to add more to that? Maybe. What haven't I used? Oh, I've got this clothes peg, yeah? Clothes peg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it in. I'm going to dip it into the green. So I'm just dipping the end in. And what it should give us, yeah, little... Just randomly putting them out because I haven't followed any real pattern here. So, no measurements. It's not very uniform, but I don't mind. Don't know about you. Sometimes uniform's boring. Put one there, one there. Oh, right. What else can I do? Can I do something with a toothbrush? Let's see. Let's go into, I don't know. Let's go into the pink. What's that do? Oh, this is quite hard to do anything with. Yeah. I'm going to say no to the toothbrush. It's not really working for me. What you can do though, if you have like a watercolour paint, you can flick and splash. All I did was flick that and splash that on my face. This isn't a watercolour paint. So no, the toothbrush isn't working for me. What else can I do? I could do some big circles without squishing the tube. So let's go for that. What colour can I do that in? Let's go for the lilac. No reason I can't put lilac on top of lilac. I mean, that's not particularly showing up well. It's building up texture though. If you've got white emulsion, you can obviously make more colours with the colours that you've got as well, because you can mix it up and make it lighter. The only white emulsion I've got is really horrible, cheap stuff, and it's awful. So we had the square. We can make that square into a diamond. I'm going to stay with the same colour, but let's make it into a diamond. And we'll go that way with it. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just, like I said, making up as I go along. This is a bit of a mess. But you know what? It's fun. It's relaxing. And it's cost me absolutely no money whatsoever. because all I'm using is copy paper that I already had, printer paper, copy paper, whatever you want to call it, cardboard tubes, sponges, bubble wrap, all stuff that would normally just go straight in the bin. And it's fun. It's actually really relaxing because you're just like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Does that look good? Possibly not. It could work. It could very work. I'm not sure about it. Let's put that to one side. Let's try one more. One more. I'm just going to go for another piece of printer paper. Oh, wow. Oh, something I haven't used yet. Well, I've got a few things I haven't used yet. So, tinfoil. I originally pulled this out to cover the tray with, and then thought, no, that's going to reflect the light and annoy people. Tinfoil. I'm going to just tear a bit off. Scrunch it up into a ball. Yeah? Scrunch it up into a ball. The other thing that we can use in the same sort of way, I can find it. I did have some. Yeah. Packaging. So that's off a bag of apples. Yeah. Plastic packaging. And what we can do is we can build backgrounds for this. And the other thing I've got is string. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to try. So I'm experimenting right live on the air. I want to see if I can make a spiral with the tube. So I don't need it to be that deep. So I'm just going to cut it in half. So I'll cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut down there. And then I'm going to curl it in on itself. Like this. So rolling it into a tube. Like that. And then just letting it loose. And it sort of makes a spiral. Yeah. So, let's have a play about. So what does the tinfoil print out like? Let's have a look. This one, I'm just going to experiment on the different textures, see how they work, and then we can make something with it. So let's go with the tinfoil in pink. I'm going to dab some off. Okay, so that's what we're getting with the tinfoil. Cool. The plastic bag wrapping. Again, scrunch it up into a ball. Oh, I can't quite scrunch it into a ball. Go with the blue, see how that comes out. Dab a bit off. So it's similar sort of effect. Oh, the more you dab off. Oh, see, I like it better when there's not so much on it. Okay, so that's a lesson learned. So don't have so much on. Let's have a look if the spiral works. Oh, that's completely uncoiled itself. That might be a problem. Let's see if I can make a tighter coil. Because you want it to stay as a spiral. Okay, there we go. So we've got a tighter coil going on there now. See, tighter coil. Let's go into the purple with this one and see if it works. Oh no, hang on. Let's make sure that's sticking out. So I'm pushing in from the top. So almost like a stamping, like a push-on stamp. Okay, that sort of works better. Just make sure I'm pushing that middle bit down with my finger. Yeah, so that's what you got to do. That's cool. Just one more time. So pushing the middle bit down with my finger. Just to make sure all of it is touching the paper. It's not a perfect spiral. I like it though. Cool. So there we go. So we've experimented with that. Let's see what we can make. I need a fresh bit of paper. Somehow I've managed to get paint all over the back of that paper. Right, here we go. So, so with the bag, I decided it's better when you've dabbed off some of the paint, didn't I? So let's... I'm dabbing off some of the paint. Luckily, I've got loads of surface there. And I think I need to scrunch it up more. I'm going back into the stuff that I dabbed off earlier on when I'm picking up more paint, so I'm not picking up as much paint. So I quite like that. That's quite cool. I'm trying to get it all the way to the edges. It's different. I'm going to the pink with the foil. I think I'm going to dab some of that off as well, so it's not... Oh, maybe too much off. Oh, see, that's why you need to dab it off, because otherwise you end up with big blotches like that. Oh well, it is what it is. Oh, big blotch. Yeah, there's something about this colour combination that just screams 80s or 90s. Can you tell I like bright colours? That pink's not actually on any of my walls in my house. The blue is. That's actually my feature wall in my living room. The lilac hasn't been used yet. That's going to go into my hallway. And the green was in my son's room, who has left home. His brother moved in and decided to undo all his lovely paintwork, and now it's grey. Now let's go with the lilac swirls. Start off up here. See, normally you'd put the lighter colour underneath, but this time I'm trying to put the lighter colour over the top. Does it work? Sort of. I'm pulling it all over. I'm just trying to almost build up texture. And I was doing it in lines, but now I've decided not to. Let's just do it random. And somehow my finger has now gone into it rather than pushing it down. But actually, it's possibly making a better shape. This one I do keep dabbing straight back into the paint, not into... I'm not sort of dabbing anything off, because I want it to stand out over the top of stuff. It's not quite a spiral, but I do quite like what it's doing. Oh, fingers got stuck. Okay, I think I've done enough of that one. Maybe we'll do some blue diamonds. Diamonds. Do you remember that was a square and I've just squished it slightly? Yeah, so with the cardboard, you do want to make sure it's got quite a bit of paint on it. I mean, this is just very random. No fault, no nothing. But it just shows you can have fun with junk and make maybe some artwork. Don't know if it's classed as artwork. I mean, modern artwork nowadays. It's probably better some of the stuff you see in an art gallery. There we go. Just a bizarre pattern. I've got another piece of paper underneath that was stuck to that. So you've got that one. Oh, that one. That one, which is a bit more simple. And then we've got the flower. And in a way, you could make your own wrapping paper. Imagine this as wrapping paper. Obviously bigger sheets. Gift bags. Anything you want. And they're going to be unique. Anyway, there you go. So, first Freebie Friday. And this is what we've made, is art out of junk. Bye-bye for now.